August the 14th sounds. Although August is known as the silent month, Gilbert White preferred to call it the mute month. The quietest period is usually between mid-July and mid-August. Any sounds that are heard are usually, as already mentioned, the supplication of young birds to their parents, but even these fall off as they become juveniles and start to prefer their own company. In gardens, even wrens are now subdued. The tic-tac call of the robin, so like two stones not being knocked together, is common enough, but we usually have to wait till the end of the month to hear them sing again. Although crows are unusually quiet on commons, the calls of ringneck parakeets are still as loud as ever. By the Thames, young gulls are still following their parents, again calling loudly. More gentle sounds of the month include the soft late summer cooing of collared doves around houses and the convivial twitterings of swallows and martins as they congregate together prior to migrating. Much harsher sounds are heard from parties of swifts moving south with their young, continually screaming as they chase their parents. Arguably, the most attractive sound of the month comes from the mixed flocks of finches, especially if they include any goldfinches or linnets. In these recently formed flocks, goldfinches can usually be recognized by their bright colors and linnets by their bouncing flight. During the night, owls can still be heard, and there is always the faint possibility of some passing migrant calling overhead in the darkness. The haunting call of a curlew is one possibility, and the triple choo-choo-choo call of the greenshank is another. Most exciting of all would be the high, rippling trill of a whimbrel. As the calls of birds diminish, those of insects are now increasing. Grasshoppers and crickets are still producing a great range of different chirps and clicks. Those of the great green bush cricket are the loudest, as they can be heard up to 180 meters away. It makes a slightly harsher and more high-pitched call than other crickets. There are also such tiny pauses that it almost seems to be continuous. This reeling can continue from mid-afternoon well into the night in parts of Thamesmead marshes and around the Crossness area. Plants have little to offer in the soundscape of August, except perhaps for the comforting sound of gorse seed pods cracking open on hot days. Where there are tracts of rushes and sedges, there's some whispering if it's windy, and something similar can be heard in pine woods. In both places, the sound, for some reason, becomes slightly more threatening as the light starts to fall.